Welcome, everyone. My name's Brad Harris. Good to have you here on this recording. Super excited about being on here with you today. What we're going to do. Of course, my name is Brad Harris. I live here in Kansas City. Been in Herbalife 24 years, and I've never been so excited as what's happening right now. Of course, you jumped on here today to take a look at our Nutrition Club model. And I've been involved in the Nutrition Club model for like 10 years now. It's been amazing to see the evolution of this thing, just growing and growing and growing. And now just what's happening right now with this model is just incredible. So what I want to do is I want to bring on one of my good friends, and he's really going to walk you through the structure of this thing, because I think it's really important as we develop this model for you guys to understand exactly how this thing works and what you're going to be doing with us. So I'm going to bring on my good friend. He's from Salina, Kansas. He's doing an awesome job, really developing his leadership in the group, and just been a fantastic leader and really leading this model too. This has been fantastic what he's been able to do. So I'm going to turn it over to my good friend from Salina, Kansas, Mike Robb. Mike, why don't you take it over, buddy?
Hey, Brad. How's it going?
It's going great, man. It's going great.
Good. Well, thank you for having me on. Really excited to share with everybody, that's tuned into this video, the structure that we're creating in this whole Nutrition Club model. It's just really exciting. So like Brad said, my name is Mike Robb. My wife and I, Sammy, we have two little ones out here. We're in Salina, Kansas. Mason's 7 years old. Emma's 4. And, we started out, Herbalife was introduced to us at a time when I was active duty military. And that was the plan. Like, that was our vision. That was what we wanted to do. Our plan was to move around every 3 years wherever the Army decided we needed to be. And then we were introduced to Herbalife. And long story short, my wife, Sammy, built our business from home while I was working full time. And we were introduced to the Nutrition Club model when we would go to Kansas City for training events. And from day one, Sammy fell in love with nutrition clubs and that concept. And so finally, we did open a nutrition club in Salina, January of this year, 2017. And we built a successful nutrition club from January till about August. And we were, as profitable really from day one, but we were really in search for like a structure in place to make it more. One, we were having a hard time making it appealing to make people want to work behind the bar with us, because we knew we didn't want employees. That's not why we were in the business. And so when we were introduced to the structure that I'm getting ready to share with you guys, it just like made it crystal clear for us on what was possible, and that it isn't just Sammy and I working behind the bar and creating another job for ourselves. So we were really excited about it. So let me just hop on here. I'm going to share my screen real quick so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to go through this just kind of from step by step so you guys can see exactly how the structure works. And so like I said, Sammy and I and another co-owner, Bridget, we opened up Salina Nutrition, and it was profitable right from the beginning. We had incredible club. The community embraced us with open arms, and we loved it. But we were trying to figure out a way to grow our business, and then also make it appealing for our team to want to work behind the bar with us. And we didn't want to, like I said, we didn't want to bring in employees. So this structure really did that for us. But let's just talk about structure in general, because nutrition clubs, we're talking about more of a traditional brick and mortar type business. And let's just be honest, this has to be treated like a business and run like a business. It can't be a hobby. That's something that you do on the side when you're looking at a successful nutrition club. When we were looking for a structure, when we were introduced to this concept, it just made sense, because we looked at it and we're like, okay, this can operate and be like a well-oiled machine, which is really important with any kind of business, having a proper structure. Any successful restaurant, any successful company has a structure in place, and a nutrition club needs to be the same. It can't be any different. So what we do is we basically lease shifts or lease time to our partners in the club, the same way as like a hair salon would lease booth space. So if a hair salon owner brings in independent hairstylists, those stylists rent booth space from that salon owner. It's the same concept here, except for instead of renting a booth, we're renting shifts to our partners. So we have two options in this structure. The first one is a part-time partner. So if you become a part-time partner within the nutrition club, out here in Salina at least, it's 2 shifts per week. Each one of those shifts is a 6-hour shift. So a part-time partner, we're looking at 12 hours a week is your basically your time behind the bar. In order to work those 2 shifts per week, the part-time partner's paying the nutrition club $125 a month for those shifts. And then they're also providing a share of tea and aloe to what we call the club fridge, because we make our tea and our aloe in bulk. So it just makes sense for everyone to contribute to that tea and aloe instead of everyone bringing their own bulk tea and aloe to and from their shifts. So that's the part-time option, just 2 shifts per week, 12 hours per week. And then we also have a full-time option. So full-time partners work 4 shifts per week, 4 6-hour shifts. And then that partner, a full-time partner, pays the partner fee of $125 just like the part-time partner. But then there's an adjustable with expenses option. So if expenses go above and beyond that, that's divvied up between the full-time partners as well. And then the full-time partners, just like the part-time partners, they're contributing to the club fridge with the tea and the aloe. Now, these are the numbers for Salina Nutrition out here. Depending on where the nutrition club is located, these could obviously vary a little bit. I'm sure, Brad, it costs a little more to run a nutrition club out of Kansas City or a metropolis like that than it does out in the middle of nowhere, Salina, Kansas. Lease rent is a little higher. A sign itself in a commercial space in Kansas City could, cost $5,000 just for the sign. So depending on where you are location-wise, these numbers could change. So when you become a partner behind the bar, either part-time or full-time, you're going to be required to have a full inventory. Each partner has an individual inventory. And that's so that you as a partner can provide anything that's on that nutrition club's menu. So that when you're behind the bar on your shift, if someone comes in, a member comes in to get their membership, you want to be able to provide for them everything that's on the menu and not have to say, no, I'm sorry, I don't have that. So you're required to have the full inventory. And then so that, obviously all the Formula One flavors to make all your wow shakes, your protein flavors, and then depending on the nutrition club, whatever add-ins that are on that menu. Like for Salina, we sell a ton of Liftoff and a lot of Beauty Booster and donut holes with the Prolessa. So just depending on what that nutrition club offers as far as additional products, you're also going to be required to have that in your inventory. Okay, so this is an example of what payout would look like. And this is honestly straight out of what we're doing here in Salina. These numbers could vary, again, depending on the expenses of the club and what the cost is. I'm sure in Atlanta, Georgia, the cost of a tea is a little more than it is in Salina, Kansas. So it all depends on the location. But for out here, a healthy meal membership, which is your basic shake, tea, and aloe, is $8. So the way that works is if I'm a partner behind the bar, I've got my full inventory. A member comes in and they order shake, tea, aloe. I'll make that shake out of my product that I have, serve the tea and the aloe that I contributed to the club fridge, and then they pay $8. $2 of that goes directly to Salina Nutrition, and then $6 of it goes to the partner on shift. And anything above and beyond the basic membership, any add-ins or upsales, the partner keeps 100% of that. So like here's a perfect example, and this happens all the time in Salina. So they come in, they get a shake. They get a level 3 tea, which includes a couple other products. One of our level 3 teas is the Wonder Woman tea. It's our top seller by far. And then a donut hole, which is our fat burner shot. So if someone comes in, gets the shake, the level 3 tea, and the donut hole, that's a total of a $16 membership. But remember, the basic membership is only $8, and $2 of that goes to the house, to Salina Nutrition, and then anything above and beyond the partner keeps. So in this example, the partner kept $14 of that $16, and the $2 went to Salina Nutrition or the Nutrition Club to cover the cup, the lid, the straw, and anything for the wow shake. So that's a great example of what a membership would break down, like what the payout would break down to be. But what this does, and this is incredible, Brad, and especially, once you start getting, you develop a good shake count in your club, you get partners behind the bar. What this does is it creates money, and they are literally taking cash home every day after every shift. And, a couple $100 after a 6-hour shift, who wouldn't get excited about that? And then with multiple coaches behind the bar, they're providing great service, and they rotate the members back and forth. So Brad, if you and I were behind the bar together as partners, you have your inventory, I have mine. We just take turns, and it's kind of like a round robin as members come in and out of the door. And then we hold each other to a very high standard because we're both in business for ourselves, but we both represent the nutrition club. So it's really cool. So this, guys, if you take a look, circled in red there are some examples of, this is basically our end of shift report that we have at our club. And you can see like the first one, Bridget, on November 25th, she made 25 shakes. She paid $46 a house, but she took home $187. And Bridget didn't even work a full shift that day. Cliff, here's a great example. Cliff on the 27th worked full shift, 6 hours, made 30 shakes, and took home $213. Martina, the same shift, she was on shift with Cliff on that day on the 27th. She made 44 shakes, took home $287. So we're talking 6 hours. So it's a 6-hour shift, and being able to take home that kind of income, you can see why the partners obviously get excited about that, but also it motivates them to do what? Bring even more new people in the club and raise the shake count on their shift, because it's all performance-based. Because the more shakes that they serve on their shift, the higher that income is at the end of every shift. So it's an incredible concept, and that's what we loved about it. And in this, like these examples here, guys, this is just their shake income or their shift income. It doesn't include any retail sales that they had that day. It doesn't include any of their wholesale profits. It doesn't include any of that. This is just simply what they're making behind the bar on their 6-hour shift. So you can see why that creates that excitement and makes people want to work behind the bar. And then everyone behind the bar, all the partners in the club, they all have a vested interest in the success of the club. It's not just on the club owner, because every partner in there, they want what? They want to provide great service, and they want every other partner to provide great service because they represent each other, and they want the shake count to continue to go. That's incredible. And this concept, and if you just really think about what we're offering somebody to come in as a partner in a nutrition club, it's just an unbelievable opportunity for somebody. Because when Sammy and I and Bridget opened our club, we were looking at a lot of expenses to get it open. But here we're offering basically a turnkey business for somebody. It's a brick and mortar storefront that they can grow their business from, traditional brick and mortar. They don't have to worry about a lease. They don't have to worry about building out the space. They don't have to purchase a sign. They don't have to work with the health department. They don't have to buy the furniture, build the bar. All of that is taken care of for them. And then they get an incredible atmosphere that they get to share with their clients. There's zero limits on their income. It's all performance-based. They can make their shift as big and as bulky as they want to, and they can sell as much retail as they want to. So they have the ability to grow a retail client base from that side of the bar. And then they have the ability to build a marketing team as well. So, and this is exactly what's happening in Salina right now. One of our partners in the club, he became a partner and then a full-time partner. And now he's going to be an owner of his own club here in Salina within the next couple of months. And so we get to offer that for people. And then what's really cool is that Darren is taking his marketing team that he developed while working behind the bar, and they're going to open a new nutrition club. And guess what? They know exactly how to operate it. They know exactly the structure that's going to be in place. They know how to make the shakes. They know what cups to get. They know everything because the structure's in place for them to learn from. So it's incredible. So you get to offer this to everybody, every partner that comes in, and it's an incredible opportunity for them. And this is, Brad, this is why this concept works so well. And I mentioned previously that, I think any nutrition club owner out there would agree they don't have any interest in employees. And nothing against employees, but I've been an employee most of my life. Not anymore, thankfully, but I used to be an employee for a very long time. So I can say this with complete certainty. But as a club partner, we provide excellent service because why? Because we have a financial interest in the success of the club. Whereas an employee, they provide the service because that's the job they have to do, and that's what they're getting paid to do. There's just a different mentality there. A partner's mentality is my income grows when the nutrition club is successful, so it's in my best interest to get new people in the door. What's incredible is we now have 9 partners in our club here in Salina, and every one of those 9 partners has just as much interest as getting new people in the door as I do personally as the owner. Whereas an employee, they're paid hourly. Makes no difference who comes and who goes because they're making the same regardless. And in fact, they would probably want fewer people to come so you wouldn't have to do as much work. And then as a partner, you're a true business partner. We hold each other to a very high standard, whereas an employee tends to think, I work here and I'm going to do just enough not to get fired. But on the other side, the owner, the employer is thinking, I'm going to pay you just enough so that you don't quit. So awesome concept here and why it's so successful and the difference between a partner's mentality and an employee's mentality. And I absolutely love that. So what makes this business model work? And honestly, it's providing exceptional service for every member that comes in that door, creating an absolute experience for them, teamwork behind the bar with the partners, and then having new members coming into the club every single day. So what we do, and we're getting out in the community and inviting like crazy. Invites. We're talking about it like crazy. We're inviting like crazy. We're getting new people into the club every single day. And that's what really fuels the structure and creates that shake count for everybody to make those shake sales off of. So I hope that helps. I hope that's clear for you guys. And Brad, I appreciate you letting me share, and I'll pass it back over to you.
Well, thanks a lot, Mike. Well, that's incredible, guys. And we're, listening to you talk there, Mike, and just seeing, like you said, the value of what we're offering a partner. And guys, it's like, what you want to do. I'm sure whoever gave you this video, maybe you're looking at a partnership in their club. So get back with them. Make sure you're in the club with them. See the action that Mike is talking about here. And it's an awesome opportunity, okay? And we just wanted to share this with you tonight just to kind of get you clear on exactly how it works. So, Mike, I'm excited about this. I know, things are happening at a warp speed right now, so I'm super excited. So thank you so much for sharing with us. And I am going